Hola amigos y amigas, you are now with Jocelyn, and I'm so grateful you are here. I always set the intention that those who are meant to receive the messages from this reading align to this video. So if you align to this video, then there may be some messages that you are meant to hear. If you are a returning subscriber, welcome back. And if you are new here, welcome as well. This is a energy reading for the week ahead for us to gain a deeper understanding and higher conscious awareness of what the overall energies for this upcoming week are and how we can navigate it as our higher self. So this reading isn't particularly dedicated to strictly romance or love or relationships or career or money or anything like that. I sense that there really is a need for more readings, messages, spaces that are dedicated for our return back home to our true selves and for our awakening and to assist the expansion of our conscious awareness. So that is what we are here for. And again, I'm so grateful you are here. I have cleansed myself, cleansed my space, cleansed the decks, and already received some messages for us. We do have a full moon coming up, I believe on the 16th or 17th of February, so we still have over a week till we get there. But towards the end of this upcoming week, we are going to progressively be feeling the energy of the full moon. So next weekend's reading will be more so us tapping into the energy of that full moon, but for now, let's see what this week has in store for us. So let's go ahead and just kind of come into a collective breath so we can just fully come into this moment and open ourselves up to receive. So go ahead and get in a comfortable position if you feel called to do so. Place your hand over your heart with the intention to really tune into your body and your breath in the present moment. Take a deep inhale. Pause at the top and exhale. And really allow your deep breaths, your conscious breathing to really just kind of realign your posture and, open up your heart chakra again to receive and make you become aware of just how your body is in alignment or out of alignment. Okay. Let's begin with this reading. So as mentioned, we already have some messages here for us, but I'm going to go ahead and shuffle the cards again in the case that there are some other messages we are meant to receive. So what's the overall energy for this upcoming week? What is the overall energy for this upcoming week? What is the overall energy for this upcoming week? What are we called to be made aware of this upcoming week so that we may be in alignment with our higher selves? Okay, so we've got, I felt another card. Oh, there it is. Okay, interesting. So the first card that we got is the Earth Mother, to feel love and comforted. The Earth Mother. In what ways have you been tapping into, or have you felt called to tap into that motherly nurturing energy? Have you been feeling like you need to nurture yourself in some way, shape, or form, whether that's nurturing your body, nurturing your passions, nurturing the needs that you need to take care of, nurturing your home, nurturing your loved ones, your relationships, your healing? If you have been feeling that calling to really embody and welcome nurturingness and really being nourished in a soul-fulfilling way, in a way that makes you feel good, makes you feel comforted, then this is just an affirmation. And for those of you who haven't been feeling called towards this or haven't been fully aware of this is what you've been feeling called towards, this is again just an affirmation of us being encouraged to embody the Earth Mother, to really allow and open ourselves up to feel loved, to feel comforted. And Valentine's Day is a societal construct, that that, yeah. But because we have been programmed to become more aware of the themes of love and relationships at this time, that is something that is going to be coming up for us this month. So for those of you who are in this beautiful space of being in loving, healthy relationships, you do have a partnership, you are celebrating Valentine's Day the way that Valentine's Day is promoted, then embrace that. Really revel in the comfort of the love that exists within and without you. And for those of you who may be feeling triggered by Valentine's Day, may be feeling triggered by the love, by the way that society is projecting onto us of what, Valentine's Day should look like, or just have been feeling lonely, feeling like you do want to be loved, you do want to be comforted, you do want to embrace this earth mother energy of being held and nurtured and nourished. This is, again, an encouragement for us to embrace that, regardless if how that love and comforted is expressed or received or shown to us. It is available to every single one of us. And this is a reminder for us to turn inward, to embody that motherly nature for ourselves, and not succumb to the feelings of loneliness or lack when it comes to love, and really acknowledge that love is in abundance. Love, first and foremost, comes from within us, and that which comes from within us cannot be taken away from us, from our external circumstances, from the world outside of us. So this upcoming week, may we really tap into that love and that comfort that we can nourish ourselves with. We deserve to experience our own love. We deserve to experience our own comfort. We also got the stag to trust and to thrive, which I find very interesting because that energy, as you can see, kind of in relation to the imagery here with the horns, and also these two cards kind of have the same essence. The Lord is to take charge with authority. And I feel like we've gotten these two cards in very recent readings. We might have even gotten this one last week. But this is really a time, y'all. Again, some of these readings that I have been doing, because I do them every single week, sometimes they can seem redundant or repetitive. Even for me, sometimes I feel like I keep receiving the same messages. But just because we're receiving the same messages doesn't mean that it's not the right message to receive. Doesn't mean that we're supposed to be receiving something different all the time. It's just that at this time, in this season, as individuals and as a collective, we're really, really being encouraged and called to strengthen our intuition, to practice our discernment, and to really trust the unknown and thrive in it, right? A lot of our spiritual practice, when we're first coming into our spiritual awakening and our spirituality, and just really coming into the wholeness of all of that, what we're going to be finding, and what we are finding ourselves coming into, is a lot of uncertainty, is the need to really trust in the divine, in divine order, divine timing, divine intervention, divine support and guidance. And this is really that time for us to embody the trust, to thrive in this season of our lives where we don't have all the answers, where we are in this midst of unknown and uncertainty. But it is in this kind of season where we can strengthen our trust in the divine, where we can strengthen our relationship with the divine, and really solidify our spiritual foundation in a way where, as we continue to journey on in life, what we are gaining, the skills and the muscles we are strengthening in our spiritual practice in this season, where we are practicing trusting, where we are practicing having faith, where we are practicing surrendering and acceptance, we're going to need we're learning this right now for a reason, right? We're being prepared for what's to come, and that's something to really keep in mind. We also got the Lord to take charge with authority, and again, it has this kind of same essence of like, you know, just because there are unknowns, just because there are some uncertainties, and you're struggling with really trusting, but you know that that's something you have to do, you know you have to accept, you know you have to surrender, it doesn't mean that we just become passive, right? It doesn't mean that we just don't participate in the unfoldment of our journey. We are in a state of co-creation with the universe, with the divine, right? So at the same time, as we are trusting and we are aware that there are unknowns, there are uncertainties, and for many of us, the only thing we can really see is the next step that's right in front of us. Take that next step and let that be you embodying your power, reclaiming your power, not just sitting back and, you know, giving up or not participating in the progression and the ascension of your journey. Really take charge with authority and be like, I may not know everything, I may not have all the answers, but I know that this is the next step that I need to take. So I'm going to take this next step, and simultaneously, I'm just going to trust that as I'm taking this next step and this next step and this next step, it's going to lead me to where I'm meant to be. It's going to lead me towards answered prayers. It's going to, you know, continue to awaken and ascend me in ways that are just incredibly divine, and I'm going to trust that. I'm going to thrive in this season because I deserve to thrive in this season, even if it's a season that's uncomfortable, even if it's a season that I'm continuing to seek clarity in. I know that I can take charge with authority. I know I can reclaim my power. I know that I am stepping into my power. In fact, in this kind of season of uncertainty, of unknowns, this is the best kind of season to really be reclaiming myself, because we really strengthen those muscles of intuition, of inner knowing, of authenticity during these kinds of seasons, more than in seasons where everything is comfortable. We have to honor our growing pains. All right. Should any challenges or obstacles arise this upcoming week, what energies do we align with? Should any challenges or obstacles arise this upcoming week, what energies do we align with, so that we may remain in alignment with our higher selves, with our highest potentials, with the ascension of our journeys and continued progression in our healing, in our inner knowing, in the fulfillment of our soul purposes and passions? Should any challenges arise, what energies do we align with? What are we called to be aware of this upcoming week? Should any mental, physical, spiritual, energetic challenges arise, are there any other messages for us that we are meant to know, we are meant to be aware of? I'm going to shuffle a couple more times. Is there anything else? Is there anything else? Okay. So the first two that we got here are flexibility. Flexibility. And look how beautiful. We've got the tiger here. We just stepped into the Chinese Lunar New Year, and we know that 2022 is the year of the water tiger. And look what we got here. We've got flexibility. And as I've mentioned in previous videos, in my last energy reading, I think, and in my last journaling prompts video for our new moon, I touched a bit on the energy of the water tiger. The energy of the water tiger includes, but is not limited to, courage and strength and willingness and eagerness. And it is that Lord energy of taking charge with authority. But it's also flexibility. it's also flexibility. When challenges in life arise, we have to learn how to be flexible, right? Because if we really become restrictive and we tense up in moments of challenge, we're creating blockages. We are making the journey harder for ourselves to really flow in, right? It's important for us to remember, constantly be reminding ourselves that we are meant to be in a state of flow, right? We're meant to allow our energy, our feelings, our emotions to always be in motion, and flexibility really assists us in that. So this is a time to ask ourselves, in what aspects of my life, especially in the ones where I feel challenged, how and in what ways can I be more flexible in a way that does allow my energy, my being, my life to be in that state of flow. So flexibility is incredibly important and significant and helpful at this time. We also got purification, seeing our challenges as opportunities for purification, seeing our challenges, seeing the divine interventions that take place in our life, including the uncertainties, including the unknown, as a state, as a gift of purification. When you are approached with a challenge, I encourage you to ask yourself, how is this challenging experience contributing to the detoxification of my life? How is it assisting me in purifying myself, in me becoming more of who I truly am and who I am truly meant to be? We've got healing chaos. And what's coming up for me in this is really, again, I feel like a lot of us will respond to uncertainty, will respond to unknowns, will respond to these challenging seasons of our life where we are really almost in a way forced to surrender and just accept life as it is. We'll respond to those kinds of seasons with chaos, right? We immediately think like, oh, this is chaotic, this is a struggle, this is, horrible, this is, just chaos. But we are healing that perspective. We are healing our relationship with change. We are healing our relationship with challenge. We are healing our relationship, our perspectives with, how we are responding to the unknowns, how we are responding to the uncertainties. So we are healing the chaos. We are healing the perspective of chaos. And we've got courage. Again, we have the energy of the water tiger coming up in this reading, and under this prompt of what energies to align with should any challenges arise. Align with the energy of the water tiger and be courageous. Be courageous. When a challenge, when an obstacle, when an adversity arises, what does a response of courage look like? And sometimes we can think, or let me just say, let's define what courage truly is and what it looks like in a healthy, helpful, consciously aware way. Right? Because sometimes we'll have the courage to do things that aren't good to us, or for the collective, for the world. But may we define courage as an embodiment, as an energy that does assist us in seasons of challenge and adversity in a way that contributes to our soul fulfillment and ascension. So, how are you called to be courageous at this time? How are you called to respond to life with courage? What is courage assisting you to do and to be at this time? Okay, what are we called to heal this upcoming week? What are we called to heal this upcoming week? We've already got some cards here, but I want to check and see if there's anything else we're meant to be aware of what we're encouraged to focus on healing. Okay, so let's look at these first 4 cards that we got here. we've got healing the past, present, and future. We are, well, maybe not everyone, but some may resonate with the fact that this could be a time where it's feeling like you're almost like in all of these different timelines of your life, and who you were and who you're becoming and who you are now, where it's like you're experiencing the past and the present and the future all at once. And all of these timelines are receiving our healing. It's just important that we hold space for ourselves to grow consciously aware of how we are healing our past, of how this season of our lives is assisting us in healing our past, in healing our present, in healing our future. So this is just something to be aware of, is, yes, this might feel like you are in the midst of all of these timelines. And when we are working on becoming fully present and really embodying the present moment and returning ourselves back to really reclaiming our power in just being present and not being so fixated on the future, not being so held back from the past, it's gonna be a healing journey in and of itself for us to really come back to the present and really know what that is and what that looks like and what that feels like and what that requires of us to do. And part of what it requires us to do is to heal our past, to heal our future. And we're going in our journey to the present moment. It's a consistent, departure and arrival to the present moment, because the past will be tugging us, the future will be tugging us. So we are, in a sense, going to be feeling as if we're in all of these timelines. But just know that there's a lot of healing taking place, and that this is a journey. This is a transition. This is a transformation that you are experiencing, and I encourage you to be proud of yourself for allowing yourself to really walk that path and receive that journey and that healing that's taking place. And just, sometimes just knowing that, okay, yes, I might feel all over the place because I am focusing and have been directing my energy towards all of these timelines, and I'm becoming more consciously aware of it. When you are increasingly more consciously aware of life, it's easier to navigate it. So something to keep in mind. We also got abundance. The collective is really healing their abundance mindset. Many of us have grown up in environments of lack. Many of us have grown up in environments of scarcity, and we, on our healing journeys, will awaken to all the ways in which we have been brought up by these, environments, and, been instilled these programmings that hold us back from really embracing our true selves, our abundance, becoming aware of the abundance that is available to us within and without us. So let us continue to really heal our abundance consciousness. We are coming into our abundance consciousness, and as I mentioned before, it is a journey, and it's going to feel like a tug and pull. It's going to feel like you're constantly, coming back to past patterns, past ways of thinking, of being in lack, being in scarcity, and responding to life with those programmings, with those systems that you're becoming aware of are outdated. You're becoming aware of need reprogramming and rewiring, and are out, just don't resonate with who you are becoming and who it is that you are called to be, right? Who it is that you are called to be in this life cannot fulfill their sole purpose if they're in a state of being in lack and in scarcity. So you're gonna be finding yourself, on the journey to abundance consciousness, and really embodying that, and again reprogramming yourself and updating your internal system. You're going to be finding yourself, coming back to the past and returning to abundance, coming to a lack, coming to abundance. But again, just being consciously aware is really going to assist you on this journey of life, because then you're going to know, okay, I am responding to the situation from a place of lack, from a place of scarcity, And I know that this is rooted in XYZ from, the way that I was brought up and raised and all of these things, these systems of oppression. And you give yourself more grace in the healing journey because you know this. You know it's not really your fault that you've been programmed to think and be and feel this way. So this is just an acknowledgement that we are on the journey of healing our abundance consciousness, of coming into our abundance consciousness, and to be proud of the work that you've been doing and the progress that you've already made. Just know that you are abundant and that abundance exists within you, okay? We also got perception, and I brought this up already in this reading of how we are healing certain perceptions and perspectives, and it's incredibly important to really fully know that there is so much power behind simply changing and shifting your perceptions, your perspectives, the way that you are choosing to see your life. Sometimes all it takes is one shift in perspective, one shift in perception, and your whole life changes. So be conscious of the perceptions that you are choosing to see the world through, your world through. And are they serving you? Are they holding you back? Are they liberating you? Are they cultivating fear? Are they cultivating lack? Are they bringing forth abundance consciousness? And we're healing our inner journey. We're continuing on healing our inner journey. And again, we're going to be finding ourselves in the ebbs and flows of our journey, where sometimes we're going to be fully present. We're not really going to be diving so deep in the shadows and the inner child and all of that. And sometimes we're going to find ourselves naturally coming back to these seasons of like, oh my gosh, I'm finding myself diving deep in my inner journey again. I did not see this coming at this time, but I'm being called to do so. So just know, again, that this is a journey, and that we're going to be coming back. We're going to take 3 steps back, 5 steps forward, 2 steps back, 6 steps forward, 1 step back, 1 step forward, and progress is progress, okay? So what are we called to surrender at this time? What are we called to surrender at this time in this upcoming week? What are we called to surrender this upcoming week? What are we called to surrender this upcoming week? Okay, we've got this first one. Surrender your addictions. Whether you're addicted to substances, food, people, or overworking, take action to begin to heal the addiction and replace with healthier alternatives. We can be addicted to certain thought patterns. We can be addicted to lack. We can be addicted to distrust. We can be addicted to struggle. And those kinds of addictions are really hard to really acknowledge and confront and be aware of, because it's like, how in the world would I be like of course we don't want to be addicted to these things, but sometimes we are, and we have to allow ourselves to be fully aware of that and to acknowledge that, because only then will we actually be able to transform and alchemize that to no longer being addicted to these things and really liberating ourselves. So what addictions do you have? And expand your view, your perspective of what an addiction is, because sometimes we'll only think of, drugs, but drugs and substances and addictions reflect in many different forms. Surrender to joy, and this is really, again, just coming back to this earth mother energy of allowing ourselves to be in love, be in comfort, and to be in joy. A key to positive change in your life is to let joy in and savor it. Indulge in random acts of smiling during both the hard and easy times. Keep surrendering to more joy, regardless of what your current situation is, where you currently find yourself, what your current circumstances are. You are worthy of experiencing joy and play and fun and laughter and love. So gift yourself that. Hold space for that. Pen it into the schedule, okay? Really become aware of what brings forth joy within you? What makes you feel joyful and loved and comforted and nourished and nurtured and present? Do more of that. Do more of those things. Surrender comparisons to other people, with other people. This one has been coming up a lot over the past few weeks. So this is really just, again, an affirmation, a reminder for us to continue to stay focused on our own divine unfoldment. Keep your eyes trained on yourself. Focus on your own strengths, attractiveness, and power. Y'all, really comparing ourselves to other people is a waste of time, okay? It really is a waste of time and energy. What affirmations do we affirm this upcoming week? We already got a few here. Is there another one we're called to affirm? Is there another one we're called to affirm? Yes, we got a couple more. So let's get into these affirmations and close this beautiful reading out. Okay. I am beautiful and everybody loves me. Again, back to that Earth Mother energy. Y'all, embrace love. Embrace love. I radiate acceptance. I am deeply loved by others. Love surrounds me and protects me. All my relationships are harmonious. Again, like I said, these themes of love and relationships are going to be coming up for us this upcoming week and this month. When we create harmony in our own minds and hearts, we will find it in our lives. The inner creates the outer always. I open new doors to life. I rejoice in what I have, and I know that fresh new experiences are always ahead. I greet the new with open arms. I trust life is wonderful. So we have here the themes of trust. We have here, opening ourselves up and coming to the knowing that new experiences are always ahead, right? Let us not get so attached to this current season of our lives, because things are always ever changing, ever evolving, and we deserve, again, to be in that state of flow. Things are constantly changing. May we constantly change with them, within ourselves and without ourselves. My work is deeply fulfilling. Today I give my best to that which I do, knowing that when one experience is complete, I am led to even more fulfilling and rewarding experiences. This is kind of coming back to just taking that one step forward. And each progressive one step is a fulfilling step, is a step of fulfillment. So really acknowledge that as such. Lastly, but not leastly, we've got my thoughts are creative. And when we acknowledge that our thoughts are creative, it becomes easier for us to be changing and shifting our perceptions and our perspectives on life, because it is with that innate creativity that exists within all of us. We are all creators. It is in that creativity that we're able to think of, new perspectives, new perceptions, new ways of responding to life, new ways of being. I say out to every negative thought that comes into my mind. No person, no place or thing has any power over me, for I am the only thinker in my mind. I create my own reality and everyone in it. Okay, so we are reclaiming our power. Yes. My friends, I hope that you enjoyed this reading and that this reading brought you clarity. I hope you felt some light, some inspiration. And as always, I'm gonna be putting timestamps in the description below should you want to refer back to any particular message. It'll be easier for you to navigate. If you did resonate with one or more of these messages, I would love to know which messages you resonated with in the comments below. You already know I love engaging and communicating and connecting with you all in the comment section, really cultivating community, because again, we're all in this journey of unfoldment, of healing, of awakening together. Okay, none of us are alone in this. We may be experiencing different parts of the journey at different times, but that's all in divine order, okay? So again, embrace love and comfort. Acknowledge that exists within you first and foremost. And when it does come from within you, that is the most powerful. That is the most powerful state of being to be rooted in, is to be rooted from within. Because no one can take away, nothing outside of you can take away from what's within you. Trust and thrive in this season of your life, because you deserve it, and it is possible for you. It is possible for you to trust the changes, trust the unknown, trust the uncertainty, trust the unfoldment of your life, and for you to thrive in this. Thrive in the acceptance, thrive in the surrender, thrive in the flow, and thrive in just, again, taking that one step forward and taking charge with authority. Don't step back in seasons of your life that are challenging and that are full of unknowns because you don't know what to do. There is power within you to participate in this season of your life. And it is incredibly important that you do continue to participate in all seasons of your life, because don't give your power away to an external circumstance. You have the power within you to direct your energy and direct your life in a way that fulfills your soul purpose, in a way that ascends you, in a way that awakens you, in a way that assists your growth. I look forward to seeing you all in my next video. Thank you for being here. Thank you for receiving. As always, I'm so honored. Peace and blessings. Bye.